because ultimately, I don't think that anybody had too many questions over which team was selected or the squad that was sent to Australia, right? Srini, I don't think all of us, any of us had a major issue. Couple of decisions were forced upon the Indian team. The injuries to Bumrah and Jadeja, obviously those two would have been in the Indian team, and possibly the results could have been different. We know what they're capable of. But other than that, exactly what are we blaming the selectors for by sacking them?
Okay, so I was not really convinced. I think me and Ayaz spoke about this also in the past and before the tournament started. I was not convinced at all with KL Rahul taking the flight to Australia. I
Hmm.
still have my questions. I had my questions back then. I have the same questions right now, and I've said this in a cricket text show just recently, a couple of days ago, where I said that I said it in jest actually, but in hindsight, when I think of it, no matter how I get trolled for it, it's not so bad. Like where it's a format where form is permanent, class is temporary, and you really kind of what kind of a mindset, what kind of a vision did the selectors or the team management go ahead with. I'll come back to that point that Ayaz was making, where in fact we all spoke about where the buck stops. But in terms of the selectors picking the squad, I was not really convinced with KL Rahul, the form that he's been coming with, the T20 innings that I have seen from him in the 2022 kind of IPL, and some of the other players in the squad.
Hmm.
You go with a Rishabh Pant and you go with a Dinesh Karthik. Okay, you leave a Sanju Samson at home. I really want to know this logic. Like, I mean, close your eyes and think. Like, is that guy, like, doesn't that guy really belong in the scheme of things at all? Time and again, the way you have gone ahead and ignored, and at what cost? And then you figure out that Dinesh Karthik is your finisher. Okay, so you go all the way keeping that strategy in mind, and then suddenly, right bang in the middle of the tournament, Pant comes into the squad. So Dinesh Karthik is. I can understand if he's injured. Spell it out. Say that he's got a nickel. If we have a doubt over his fitness, suddenly your so-called finisher is not your so-called finisher again. And then what kind of a position in the 11 does Rishabh Pant come in? Some guy says, he's good for the top order. Some guy says, okay, Rishabh can actually add me to the middle order, or probably he's coming to replace a finisher in the 11 who's already there. So I just saw these missing pieces way too many. And then, of course, Yazuvendra Chahal. You take Yazuvendra Chahal in 2021, you admit that you did a mistake by not taking Yazuvendra Chahal. In
Hmm.
2022, you take Yazuvendra Chahal and he sits there on the bench. And I'm tired of hearing this. Where does this narrative come from? Melbourne? No, no, no. Adelaide, sorry, the ground is too small, slow in the
Hmm.
air, like they'll get hit. Josh Butler will, kind of make the ball disappear, MCG, no, the ground is too big, you need the pacers, you need those catches in the deep, I don't know where these narratives come from. Here is a guy, if he is in form, if he's getting the flight right, if he's actually getting the line and length right, just give him a try. He's a wicket taker.
Hmm.
You're taking him all the way from Australia and you're telling me that he doesn't deserve a place in the squad? I don't understand this. I don't understand how come our Ashwin, whatever, he's accomplished in the other formats. I don't know how he fits into this T20 squad. Honestly, I mean, by virtue of being an intelligent man, if he can play T20 cricket, then we should have been looking at a very different format and a different culture in T20 altogether. So some of the questions don't fit my bill. Pacer, mind you, Shivani,
Hmm.
Jasprit Bumrah got injured, and that's why Mohammad Shami came into the squad. Now, whether Shami was good enough for his position, not, we'll keep that for another time. But the point is, who was your go-to pacer in this squad anyway? So, are you telling me that if Jasprit Bumrah was a completely fit guy, he was the only guy you would have relied on from a pace perspective? And today, when you went
Hmm.
there, you had no choice left outside of Arshdeep. And then it brings you back to the question: where exactly did you identify Arshdeep in IPL? So why are you so blind to everything else that has happened in IPL?